Is Switzerland moving towards a fully digital state? Will the Swiss keep their cash? And what controversies surround the electronic ID that the government is pushing? Stay until the end to find out how the world's only direct democracy is handling the digital transition. Hi everyone, this is Josephine, and welcome to the People's Perspective, where we dive into the complex world of social and political issues. I provide fair commentary on topics that are often debated with a lot of emotions, but not always with knowledge and facts. So, let's dive in. Today's topic is digital IDs. What comes after them, the digital currency, and the good old fashioned cash. Does your country already have an EID? Can you travel using only your phone with an serving as your identification? This is the direction the world is heading, and at this point, we can leave the house without needing anything except our phone. We can pay with it, buy tickets, and use the public transport. But what we still can do in most places is use our phone as official identification. It would be very convenient to handle everything digitally, but that comes with consequences. We all experienced the lockdowns and the years of having to show proof of vaccination just to work, visit a doctor, or even go to a restaurant. Many who refused the injections were excluded from society. Some lost their jobs, couldn't study, while others suffer health issues due to the forced vaccines. In Switzerland, the pandemic response was relatively liberal, I would say, compared, of course, to other countries. While there were restrictions, restaurants could still sell takeaways, meals, and serve guests outdoors. Hotels remained open and were allowed to serve food indoors to their guests. There were some ridiculous rules like tables needing to be far apart, tiny glass barriers between them, and of course, masks. Masks were required while standing, but not while seated. So, this raised the questions: what can and can't governments do? How much power do they have over our bodies and minds? Because we thought, my body, my choice, right? Well, not in that case. In 2021, in the middle of pandemic, Switzerland held a referendum on the digital ID. It was rejected strongly by 64% of voters. The main concern? The government wanted private companies to run the system. A big no no in the land of cheese and chocolate. Now the government learned something and has proposed a system that would be fully state run. Currently, lawmakers are working on the legal framework, and the EID is expected to be introduced as early as 2026, so almost immediately. Before the pandemic, wouldn't have thought twice about this. Honestly, I am one of those people. Hmm? Those people who forget things. And I found myself at the checkout counter with no cash or cards. Since linking my bank cards to my phone, that problem has disappeared. So, and EMD sounds like a perfect solution for me. Hmm? However, opponents warn about increasing government involvement in our daily lives. They argue that with a digital ID, authorities could potentially restrict access to online services, for example, and other things, of course. The truth is, the new law will still allow both digital and physical IDs. But as we saw during the lockdowns, governments rarely take full control overnight. They do it in small steps. Currently, organizations like the Pirate Party and Massfall are racing against time to collect 50,000 signatures to launch a popular initiative referendum against the digital ID. They began the process in January and have time until April to gather necessary support. However, they are struggling. So far, they have collected around 10,000 signatures with only 4 weeks left. We will see what happens. I was certain the government would put this to a referendum, but it seems I was wrong. It looks like they are pushing it through without consulting the citizens' opinion. Personally, I don't see need for an EID yet. In Switzerland, most government documents can already be ordered online and delivered to your home by mail. I can pay for everything digitally. And if I travel, I need my passport anyway. Imagine being stuck somewhere with a dead phone, no documents, and no cash. You wouldn't be able to do anything. So, what about the cash, you may ask? Since the pandemic and the rise of digital payments, cash use has declined. But cash is still highly valued in Switzerland. And fun fact, in Germany too. I remember being shocked that I could barely pay with card, almost like no payments with card in Berlin. In Switzerland, on the other hand, cards and mobile payments like our Twint are widely accepted, even in the small self-service shops. Recently, a popular initiative was debated in the Swiss parliament regarding cash. Supporters argue that digital payments allowed governments to track people, while opponents claim only those with something to hide care about cash. The initiative aimed to protect cash by ensuring it in the constitution. Although at that point Parliament rejected it, the Federal Council proposed a countermeasure and they would like to include following sentence in the Swiss constitution. And I quote: the Swiss currency is the Swiss franc. The Swiss National Bank guarantees the supply of cash. So, while the original initiative may not pass, it looks like cash will be protected at the constitutional level, ending further debate for now, of course. We will see when the referendum on that matter happens, of course. However, the fact that some politicians oppose cash suggests this issue could resurface in the future. So, that's it for today. Thank you for your attention. Please let me know, how does it work where you live? Do you have a digital ID link to your phone, or do you still need a physical document? Would you want a digital ID? And what about cash, of course? Do you still use it? Or is it everything on your card or phone? I would like to hear from you. If you find value in this video, hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Like if you like it or unlike if you don't. And if you have thoughts, don't forget to drop comment below. I upload stories like this Sunday evenings, of course, tourist time. So I hope we meet again. But for now, thank you for watching till the end. And as always, stay informed, stay engaged, and remember, knowledge is the key.